Right, then we'll move on to some of the social media questions that we got on Stadium Astro. We're going to start one by Wrecked By Me. He asked, what made the United-Arsenal rivalry so special?
Oh, listen, I think, like I mentioned, the teams that were going for the Premier League title at that time, the quality of the opposition, I think the managers played it well during the week in the build-up to the games as well. Just to quickly, I remember I did something for a boot company for Adidas during the week one time, and I was just after getting into the team, and I'd said something about Arsene Wenger obviously being a good manager, and obviously the way the article was portrayed in the newspaper was basically saying Arsene Wenger was as good, if not better, than Ferguson. Which obviously I wasn't saying that at all.
You're in trouble.
But straight away I'm down
I'm
in the canteen and I get a little tap on the shoulder. You worry about the game, son, and I'll worry about the press. I'll worry about the press. So that was an early lesson from Sir Alex. Yeah, about
so no more press duties for you.
Yeah, for a few months anyway. So no, listen, it was at that time. It was the rivalry. It was the top two teams in the league for that period that were really going all out to get the title. So any chance you got to get one over against them, it was very important for everybody.
Well, speaking of the gaffer, there's one question here from Yuvan. He asks, Sir Alex's all-powerful regime doesn't extend as far as fridge limitations. I assume your diets, right?
Yeah. Has
diets ever been in question under the gaffer?
I wouldn't say in question, but we were monitored, I'd say every 2 to 4 weeks with a dietitian who'd take the body fats of all the players. So it was never a case of your food was particularly watched, but I think you just knew that you weren't going to get away with taking too many shortcuts in terms of getting your rest, getting your training done properly and recovery, because at that time then the squad sizes were increasing, the level of competition from all over Europe and the rest of the world in terms of the scouting and recruitment was getting higher and higher, so you couldn't afford to really take any chances. And I'd say that the days of the drinking schools were really getting knocked on the head.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So obviously you used to tweak the squads. So Alex used to tweak it, didn't it? Yeah. But players obviously left. Which one player, when he left, did you think, oh, we could have a problem? I think him leaving.
Well, Yap Sam would have been Yap would have been a key one in the sense of indirectly probably helped and benefited me to maybe get pushed up into the first team squad a bit sooner, and obviously I played in different positions, so it wasn't exactly just a centre back, but I think the manager just felt at that time, listen, he got so many right, I'd say maybe Yap was one, because at the time a lot of people would have felt he was still one of the best defenders in Europe type of thing, so you're kind of thinking,
more than Roy.
Listen, Roy had been so successful, you'd say it was the age profile. I think that was possibly an area where he felt right. But that was again the next day when that happened. The next day he spoke to us and said, "Listen, the best player I've had at Manchester United is gone. We have to move on." So it just shows you it was a different case for everybody. You know,
some big players go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you get to ask a question, I get to ask a question. I'm
quite good. I'm after your job.
I should be scared.
You're the next one getting the sack.
I'm the one on the definite for managers. That's my job now.
Actually, Michelle.
Breaking news.
I'm going to have the next question, Michelle. Sorry about that. So, a bit like myself, I played all across the back four, played in midfield as well. So I had a favourite position.
Okay.
Some managers didn't quite know where that was, but your favourite position?
Wow, listen,
what you felt was your best
striker
position?
after seeing that
goal.
Yeah,
I know, listen,
goalkeeper as well. There you go.
It would have been
covering every ground.
Listen, I would have definitely said centre back in the sense that that's where I was kind of most comfortable. But then at different stages in the team, when I was full back at different stages, because listen, I had Ronaldo in front of me for large spells, and then on the other side it was Giggsy was there. So the players that I was able to combine with and work with was incredible. It was.
I've never heard of him.
Listen, you know what I mean? There was Ronaldo and Giggs. So listen, they weren't bad players to be combining with and working with, because listen, lots of the time we were dominating possession, and you were getting the chance. So actually, being a fullback, you were getting plenty of the ball, lots of the ball. But then you also, the teams, you knew you had to defend 1v1 at times as well. So you were getting trusted in the team in an important position.
Thank you.
So my question was, how do you differentiate Fabio and Raphael, the twins? And how far did they go with the whole twin element? Because I'm sure that's just the perfect recipe for pranks.
Yeah, listen, it was. And to be fair, most of the players, I would have said, I hope I get this right now, had a little bit of a rounder face, shall I say. But it was always, they used to do their hair a little bit different as well. But some of the staff, say that even the canteen and the kid staff, were always getting caught with it. They were definitely getting caught with it a lot. But the players eventually, listen, you get to know them so well.
Did they try to swap places ever?
A couple of times, but listen, it was always they never got too far. They never got too far, but no, listen, they were identical. Apart there was a few different features, but once you get to know someone in a dressing room, you soon find out.
Did the gaffer fall for it at any point?
Once or twice. I think it was a case of it would have been when he was giving out a few hair dryers once or twice. It was like Fabio and Rafa. They were careful then. They were sitting next to each other a few times, and they separated. They knew when to sit apart from each other. They might have known when the hairdryer was coming.
That's a good strategy there. I think that's fully utilising the twin element there. But
exactly.